He looks faster. Everything about him looks better. And a lot of that is, you know, he got here in late July or early July, and he just wasn't quite ready mentally, and physically had to kind of transfer too. And when you're not getting a lot of reps in camp, it's hard to really get guys to the next level. And you know, so we had pretty good depth there going into the season. We've gotten a little thin, so he'll have a great opportunity this spring. But I'm really proud of Travion. He has changed his body. He's busted his tail in that power hour, and because of that, because he's paid the price, he's got this confidence to him now. So he's a guy that'll have a lot of eyes on him this spring, and we need him to help us.
Every time I see Marlon Richard at a ball game, it's like, wow. I mean, talk about him.
Yeah, he's a wow kind of guy. You know, he's a specimen athletically. He's another one. He and Cannon. Cannon Smith's going to be a heck of a player. They're different type of players, but Cannon's probably going to be one of the more physical guys we've had come through here. Got great explosiveness in his hips. Those two guys have really caught everybody's attention all fall, not just now. I mean, all fall. The defensive coaches have bragged about Mylan and Cannon. So, you know, we're really excited about both of those guys. But Mylan is a long athlete. And same thing. I just went through the power hour numbers today, and his improvement from when he got here to now off the charts in every category. So this will be good work for him. We throw him in there a little bit with the varsity some, get a couple of reps with Skelly, and start that process. But you know, the three-back position in our offense there's a lot to it. And what I like about Mylan and Cannon is, you know, they've redshirted, but they've stayed in tune, and they've done some extra work to kind of keep up with what's going on. So I think both those guys will have you know, very productive springs.
Falcinelli and Hearn, what have you seen out of those two?
Big Fauci and Hearn. You know, Fauci's very athletic. He can bend. He's going to be a very versatile player for us, tough. And then Hearn, same thing, physical. Has great strength. Both of those guys have done the same thing down there in the weight room and really, you know, developed their strength and some of their explosiveness in their lower body. But we're really, really excited about both of those guys. With those two guys and Crowder and these four freshmen that we have coming in and Maverick Morris, we got to have about 9 guys there that give us a very bright future in the offensive line. So I'm really pleased with those two.
How different is that room going to be starting in January?
It's going to be a complete transformation. I mean, just a total. First of all, you got guys gone. It's been around here a long time, but like I said, I mean, you're going to be sitting there with these 4 freshmen that are going to show up. Maverick's got a little bit of experience now and has a good future. Crowder, same thing, got a little bit of experience. Both of those guys will be at a whole different level come January. And then, you know, so you look at, and then Fauci and Hearn coming off a red shirt. So you've got about 8 or 9 guys there that are going to be hungry and eager to get into that off season and try to go, you know, stake their claim for a spot. So I think the competition is going to be good. Just the mentality of the room. I think those freshmen are coming in here with a great foundation. You know, a little bit different. You know, like Isaiah Battle, for example. We'd sign him all over again every day. But he was a potential guy. He was a guy that you went, wow, he's got great potential, but this is going to really be a process. And you have those guys, and there's always room for those type of guys in the recruiting process. But these 4 that are coming in here with a high football IQ, a very strong football foundation as far as offensive linemen, and they love it. You know, they love to play. They love everything about the process of being a good offensive lineman, and that's what I like. And so that's going to be a very different starting point, you know, for Robbie with the guys that he's going to have in that room.
Where do you see C.J. Fuller fitting in?
Man, he's a guy, you couldn't have picked a better name. He's a guy that really just jumped out there today. He was, in fact, we were getting shut out in the Paul drill that he got in there, and he just kind of changed that. He's another one, was out of shape when he got here. You know, he wasn't able to come in until late, and I don't think he worked like he needed to on his own this summer. but he has busted his tail in that power hour. He's strong. He's fast. He is a natural runner. He's great vision. This kid's run for 1,000,000 yards. It's just a very easy thing for him, but he was impressive today. Very impressive. In fact, I told him, I said, man, you've inspired me today, was my message to him. I like the look in his eye. It's going to be a fun spring. I mean, we got a lot of pieces at running back. I know they're all. It's kind of like where we were a few years ago in the defensive line when it was like, all right, we just, all these guys were young and had a long way to go. But we're going to be good next year, and a couple years from now, we're going to be really, really salty at that position. I couldn't be more excited. Zach Brooks looks great physically. He's moving around well. We'll have him back for spring. We love Adam Choice, and obviously he's at some point going to be back. Tyshawn Dye looked great today. He just needs an off season. He just needs an off season and a spring, and he'll be good to go. And then obviously Gallman and his improvements. So it's a really good group, a deep group. But C.J. Fuller's a guy that nobody really asked me about, and he'll be a factor for us. He'll have a nice career here if he can stay healthy.
What does Zach Brooks do to stay